We're finally gonna start the video. 30 minutes into looking at the Grand Wagoneer, and today we're gonna go about all the coolest features that I've been able to find in our Grand Wagoneer, including the air ride lowering suspension with 2 clicks of a button on the fob. I thought that was gonna be a little bit more dramatic than it is, but as you can see, it is lowering for us to enter inside of there, and that's just one of the features that we're gonna go into today. Let's get right to it. We've got our brand new Grand Wagoneer Series 3, and I'll be honest with you, it was just delivered yesterday. So this thing literally just rolled off the truck, and then I got to play with it a little bit. This is nuts. Can you leave that in? And it features a lot of things that honestly I didn't know you needed in a vehicle until I saw them inside of this absolute unit behind me. So let's start from the exterior, work our way in, and get started right now. If I were to tell you when I first walked up to this thing that it had side steps on it, you'd probably look at me and say, no, there's no side steps unless they're tucked underneath somewhere and they deploy. But watch this, because this is my coolest feature from the outside, just the first one I want to start with. The side steps actually are part of the lower body molding. They self-deploy, and then when you close it, you'll see this, it actually tucks up and becomes part of the body. But as you can see, it is seamless. Without knowing that and walking right up to this, you'd never know that this even had power side steps on. So huge kudos to the people that designed the Grand Wagoneer. I think that that should be pretty much integrated in all high-end vehicles and all premium vehicles of this nature. But with that being said, there's also some seamless integration onto the outside of this vehicle that I like, and that's gonna be the premium color tinted windows. Now, if you look at these windows, as you're seeing here, you can almost see my hand is reflective to it. And what that's reminiscent of is if you've ever been in a big city with some high-rise buildings and you see the windows that are reflective like this, those are actually color tinted on the inside when they actually make the glass. And that's how these are. With those windows, it is gonna give you that premium that is gonna follow right through to the inside. I'm almost at a loss for words at just how modern and comfortable this interior is. It is premium. We've got leather seats, completely custom wood dash and inlays all throughout the center console. What I want to talk about that's almost the most interesting to me, or one of the coolest things, we're gonna put this into the run position. It's gonna beep a little bit at us here. This is actually a 24 adjustable or 24 position adjustable seat. And with that, you've got your own screen right down here below that controls all of your seat functionality, including heated seats, ventilated seats, dual zone heated and ventilated seats, as well as massaging seats for both driver and passenger. Don't worry, behind the massage seats and all this controls here, press this button. And you've got your wireless charger, all of your USB plugs, rear USB plugs, as well as an HDMI cord for the passenger. I'm more and more liking this Grand Wagoneer every minute. Let's take a pause here so we can sit and enjoy this for a second. I can't believe it. I mean, I knew some vehicles came with massaging seats, but to be able to have 24-way power seats, including the ability to raise your headrest, lower your headrest, and do everything electronically. Let's move right on to our center stack and our full infotainment system here, which has the brand new Uconnect 5. I'm gonna go to the vehicle settings, and there's a ton that you can do in this. I mean, literally you can change all the ambient lighting going around the entire vehicle. You can turn on different settings such as this one here, which is called Fam Cam. Now, this setting here is something that's, I think is rumored that it's going to be a standard option on, or it's gonna have to be required so you can view all your family members. We'll go ahead and exit out of that. One of the coolest things that I've seen. I mean, that is a really neat feature. The next thing I'll talk about in this app setting, if we go to the apps, there's an absolute ton of them in here. Ambient color, aux cable, audio settings, Amazon Alexa, all built in. If I go to recent, we had this setting pulled up called the relax mode. I'm gonna turn up the volume a little bit and let you listen. We've got this set all the way across. It's playing on, and our Series 3 is equipped with 75 total inches of screens. We've got it playing all the way across here. Now, mind you, we are in park. We're sitting in a parking lot, not moving. Let's check this one out. Have you guys ever seen anything like this in a vehicle? I mean, let's see what else we can do. We can do forest. It's like we're walking through trees. You can actually see the individual trees in my cluster here. This one's kind of neat. This is a more happy-spirited one. I'd say if you had kids in the back, this is probably one that they'd like. It's just the water kind of rising and lowering. And then the last one, we've got topographic. So this one reminds me of like a little bit of almost a sci-fi or kind of a spacey vibe. It's a topographic map that's actually moving and flowing. I mean, let's be honest. I've got my massage seat on. Let's turn on my heated seat. I've got it in both zones. Massaged, heated seats, listening to this, sitting in the parking lot at Target waiting for my wife. I would have no problem doing that. So we're gonna move on up to where I'd normally store my sunglasses, and that's gonna be right up here. I can store my sunglasses right up top, but as you may have noticed, there's a mirrored finish there. When you pick this up about halfway, you can get it to lock into that setting, and this is called the conversation mirror, and you can talk and wave to all of your passengers in the back without using the fam cam. You can quickly look back at maybe your kids, maybe you've got your parents back there, maybe you've got some family members, you can see them all in there. That's neat, and honestly, I think that should be pretty much a standard feature. That's cool to be able to talk to your passengers or be able to see, hey, what's going on back there? Now we're gonna move down to another mirror, which might look just a little bit, inconspicuous here. It looks like a regular mirror, got a couple buttons. The coolest thing about this mirror is when you push this where you would normally dim it, pull that towards you, that is the complete reverse camera view. Now what's neat about that is that you can automatically set this on, you can drive with it on, you can adjust the brightness, and then you can also adjust where you want to see. You can make it higher or lower, which I think is absolutely trick, and this is going to be based upon your personal settings and where you want it. But as you can see, we've got a little truck rolling into our lot, probably to get some service here, but a really neat feature. And then when you're done with it, push it back and it goes back to a regular mirror. Very, very trick. I know that's in a few other Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram vehicles, but this being in here, it's just an extra step, and I think it's really, really cool to see. All right guys, so we're gonna go to a feature here that I have not seen maybe one time before in a vehicle. We'll press the up arrow. I've already got it set up so you guys can see it firsthand right here. We actually have night vision built into the Grand Wagoneer Series 3 if you option it. Now what's neat about this night vision is that not only is it night vision in your vehicle, which is already incredible. I'm gonna watch a car drive right by in front of us. What this actually has is thermal detection to see wildlife as well as people when you're driving at night. Now what it's gonna do is integrate that with your automatic avoidance systems to help you not hit the deer and not hit people, or you have pedestrians that are walking out in pitch black. I have to try it. Let me hop out quick. Let's see if it works. Target acquired! So not only do you get this really, really nice center console with top access port, all built-in custom paneling wood in there, as well as some center console almost bolstering there like captain's chairs. But inside here, you can pick one of two features. Now in ours, we have the cooler. And this is actually a refrigerator installed in the center console. And when I tell you it's cold, it's probably just at freezing temperature. I can't keep my hand on there too long. And if you look inside, you can actually see frost and the little button here to turn it on and turn it off. This is incredibly trick here. I am personally a huge fan of an ice cold beverage. Normally it's like a Diet Pepsi or something when I'm on a road trip. And to be able to set a couple of those in there, maybe a couple snacks for on the road, and be able to pull that out and set it in, that is awesome. Second option you can get, if you're someone that maybe carries a little bit more valuables with them, wants to lock it up a little bit better, you can actually get a biometric safe installed right in here that works with your thumbprint or fingerprint. This is nuts. Can you leave that in? I'll be real with you guys. I've seen a lot of vehicles in my day. I've owned a ton of vehicles. It is so exceptionally well done and thought through. Everything in here is a nice touch point. It's nice and soft. It's got leather. And then you just, okay, let me take a look at my screen in front of me that has Amazon Fire TV, headphone jacks, charging point, as well as an HDMI input. So technically, all of your gamers out there, or maybe your kids are gamers, you could plug this into your 115 volt accessory plug right down there and play an Xbox or a PlayStation 5 right on their very own TV in the back. Oh, and then right in front of me, we've got the included remote that has Prime Video, Disney Plus, Netflix. You can look at vehicle settings. I wish I had this when I was a kid. My parents would take me to Disney World or something. I could enjoy a 14-hour road trip if I had to sit and watch this the whole time. Onto our center console here. Now we've got our rear comfort settings, so we can actually turn the climate on by pressing this button. We can adjust everything. And don't worry, just like I mentioned in the Grand Cherokee L, you can actually disable this from the front. So if you've got some kids back here that are turning up the heat all the way when it's the middle of summer, you can disable them from accessing that. But one thing I've never seen before, I've seen heated seats in the second row, but I've never, 100% for sure, never seen ventilated seats in the second row. So we can turn both of those on. And now this second row here has ventilated seats. Now this is awesome in the summertime. If you've got kids hopping in here and maybe they were at soccer practice, football practice, whatever, you can turn on the ventilated seats. I can hear that fan kicking on and I am nice and cool sitting here. I'm gonna be honest with you, that was a really, really fun time for me. Seeing all those cool, quirky features that I have never most of them I've never seen in a vehicle, and if I have, they haven't been done to the level that the Grand Wagoneer does it. Now, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, this isn't a full, complete review of every little feature, every camera, every light on here, because I'll be honest with you guys, if we did that, it would probably be an hour video even after we edited it. Now, what I will say is that we have this Grand Wagoneer here for a little bit. If you're in the local area, definitely swing by, give our guys a call, because we can easily order you one if you're interested in them, or you can swing by and just check out all the features we talked about today. With that being said, if there's anything else that you guys want to see about this Grand Wagoneer, how it drives, how does it do in day-to-day life, maybe going to the grocery store, picking up the kids from school, drop a comment below, because we do read them, and much like our Ford Maverick video, we answer most of our commenters and we get those to the next video, and we'll even give you a shout out when we do so. Until the next time, I'm Matt from Susquehanna Automotive. Catch you on the next one.